survival of every child at its birth depends on the breast of the mother. So at the gathering of elders, I say good morning to you in your various abode. Breast Cancer Month awareness. Breast is enough. Breast is enough. A baby can become a man, and a man can become a baby because of breast. A body on its own, mamilla, nipples, breast is enough. Breast makes sense like the book of Proverbs, commanding kings a great man, like doing God's creation. Breast is enough. A body on its own, mamilla, boobs, nipples. Breast is enough. Breast makes me feel that I have a goal, makes me emotional stable. Breast is enough. This is Breast Month awareness. So I say breast is enough. Breast speaks wisdom like the book of Proverbs, commanding great men and kings like God's creation. Nipples, boobs. Get the breast cream, get the breast massage, for breast makes many life a reality. Get screen, get the breast massage, and let's make some memories. If only we can give them the opportunity, perhaps it will end their poverty. If only we will not make them feel feeble, they will not be humble. If only we will not make them feel they are mean, perhaps things will be okay. If only we will not make them feel, if only we make them feel like they are egg, perhaps they will not be hurt. If only we could allow the young also speak, perhaps this country will not be collapsing. If only we can allow the voice of the youth be heard and not be seen as kids, but also seen as people with wisdom, this country will not be falling and failing. If only we will allow the truth to be said, perhaps things will be done well. I am the winter lion rolling the forest for Sankofa, son of destiny and Onyankuropon. A country I came from once ago, I stood up and my water is now choked. Galamsey grieves, souls are weeping. This is not just a poem, nor a narration of some heroes. This is not just a poem or narration of some heroes or trying to massage some egos. This is a reminder that we are the future generation of this country. So a country called Ghana, the future depends on the youth. So the youth stand on the street and ask for a clean water. Not for a distraction or perhaps not to make a chaos, but to see that things are done right. In search of minerals, we are now born to be funerals. Through our gain, we are now suffering pain. Livelihood lost, leaders' hands are full because no one to be told. a country called Ghana. Waters are choked and no voice to voice out. No water to drink. A country called Ghana. Here our land, Galamsey grieves, no place to abode, no water to feed the younger ones. So each day I wake up suffering from cancer. My body always reacts to different sickness just because my rich water is now choked. A country called Ghana. Leaders' hands are full because they cannot be told what to do because they are part of the joke. A country called Ghana. This is not just a poem, not narration of some heroes, not a massage of some egos, but a reminder that this country is falling and fading. The decision is in our hands. Until we wake up from the sleep, until we wake up, this country's future is at stake. A country called Ghana. Fish are dying, no fish to eat. So we lack protein and nothing can be done because we search for minerals. And in search of minerals, we are going into funerals. This is not a warning, but a poem of awareness to leaders in the country. That this generation seeks for accountability and not a distraction. If only we could allow things to be done right, if only we could allow the young speak, perhaps this country will not be falling and fading. Generations seeking for a survivor. For 5-10 years to come, we seek for a clean water. Galamsey has taken over. If only we could allow ourselves to be educated that the next generation's survivor is in the mess, this country will not be falling and fading. So I tell you that as you go on the polls to vote, remember your thumb is the power, and the power belongs to you. So make the right decision. So as you make the right decision, always remember that the next generation is at the mercy of your decision. So make the right decision. Who are you? Who do you aspire to be? What you want to be, what you want to become, depends on you. Depends on the decision you make today. So make the right decision for the next generation. It's at the mercy of your decision. This is not just a poem, not a protest, but a warning to the leaders in this country that this country is falling and fading. Things are collapsing and no people, nobody there stood up. Partisan has taken over. So when you speak, you are told you belong to a particular party. Whilst the reality is in our face, because the truth cannot be told. When you are told the truth, you are told that you seek for money. But why can I seek for money whilst this money cannot last me for years to come, and my generation cannot benefit from this money, whilst my decision can benefit the next generation? This country is falling and fading, and no voice to rise and speak the truth. Black is beautiful, black is cherished. When I see people bleaching their skin, I cry deeply, for they are losing a precious identity, fruit of inheritance from our ancestors. How they cherish their given identity, but how this generation hate their given identity. Our identity, clean water, is now in a mess. It's choked. Each day, hospitals are crying. Each day, livelihoods are crying because our waters are choked. Galamsey has taken over. This country is falling and fading. This is not just a poem, not a massage of our egos, but a reminder that this country is at the verge of collapsing, and it needs the oneness for us to come together. I am the wounded lion rolling the forest for Sankofa, son of destiny and Onyankropon, BKB Nation, the preaching poet. Thank you.
BKB Nation.
Yes,
Beautiful, beautiful one there. Now, it's very interesting. Is that a written piece or you're doing extempore?
A written piece.
Wow.
Yes,
so you dealt with the issue of breast cancer and galamsey. Then you tackled the issue of cancer generally. And then you went to an inspirational piece, encouraging people, motivating people, and all of that. Wow. What's and of course, I'm sure it's just the current issues that are, bedeviling the nation that you're dealing with, right? So, you're an activist, right? Talk to us about your life in poetry. Why do you choose the spoken word?
I chose the spoken word and poetry because I feel everything that I need to say needs to be in this kind of written form, so that the world will know what is going on.
Okay.
You understand? Looking at our current issues now, somebody perhaps is not having time to watch televisions or the news to know what's going on, but perhaps in his car or something, this piece will give him some kind of education or knowledge of what is going on in our country. So I chose this piece because I feel I'm trying to give information to the world in this kind of lane. Yes, please.
So how many, do you have a lot of stuff that you've written?
I have a lot of
things that you've written. Are they available somewhere that they're either online or?
Yeah, they are available on YouTube, BKB Nation, TikTok, BKB Nation is everywhere. I feel like this country needs to arise, needs to be on the wake, because looking at this galamsey is causing a whole lot. So I feel like I need to write something. We are not looking at this current situation, but we're looking at the 5-10 years to come, what the water is going to do to us. Perhaps this current we're having water to drink, but what about the next 5 years, 10 years to come? What is at stake now? So I feel like we need to rise, and if our brothers and sisters are on the street protesting, does not mean that they want chaos or distraction, but rather they want the future to preserve, and I feel like we should do something about it.
Fantastic. And thank you also for adding the piece about breast cancer as well. How can people reach you?
So BKB Nation on TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. On Facebook is Brother Kweku Bright, and on WhatsApp you can get my number 0541 605364.
All right, thank you very much for coming through. All right, so we were speaking with BKB Nation, beautiful piece that he gave us there. Now we're going to have a conversation with Professor Joe Nat Cleglamte. He's a professor of surgery at University of Ghana Medical School in Kolebu, and he's written a book. He's a co-author of a book called The Guide to Breast Diseases. You don't want to miss this conversation after this quick break.